anyone see me out there? Just say yes or no, because I really need to know. Because I don't see anyone whatsoever. But I'm just going to assume that you guys can see me. My name is John Crump. I'm an investigative journalist and I write for MLN News. I am also on the new network, We the Free. The link is down below in the description. We the Free is a great website. It's your two-way content that you want. Plus, they have Netflix-like shows on there. So same quality that you see on Netflix, but it has to do with firearms, and I am on there. I am out to sea right now, so if the internet connection sucks, that's why. But let's go ahead and talk about what happened in Congress today because this is very interesting. Congress passed a bill, well, not Congress, the House of Representatives passed a bill that would block credit card companies from using merchant identification codes. A couple years back, I reported on a leak that I got that showed that credit card companies were going to use merchant identification codes for firearms purchases. Now, when I put that out there, there were certain people who said, no, that's not true, but turns out it was because now Congress is dealing with it. So what this will do, this bill will block credit card companies from using these codes. Now, the danger with using these codes is that if credit card companies decide that they want to shut off purchases for firearms by having these codes attached to the purchases, they would be able to do that. And this bill that was introduced by Riley Moore, it was supported by GOA, it was supported by NSSF, would block that. Now it's going to have to go to the Senate. The Senate is a whole different beast because every Democrat in the House of Representatives voted against this, where it passed on a party line vote. Now, in the Senate, to get anything passed, you need a supermajority to beat the filibuster, which means you need 60 votes. Right now, I don't think that we have the 60 votes to get it past the Senate. But the way politics works is you keep on introducing things over and over and over again until it finally gets enough support. So bills usually don't pass on their first time through both chambers of Congress. So I don't look at this as going to the Senate to die. I'm looking at this like going to the Senate to get momentum to be passed in the future because I don't believe it will pass the Senate right now, just the way that politics works. Okay, now we talked about the danger. We talked about what the bill does, who sponsored it. It was Riley Moore's bill, and who supports it. NSSF and Gun Owners of America were the two biggest people that were pushing for this bill. Now let's talk about who opposes it. And I'm pretty sure you can guess who opposes it. The biggest people to oppose it is Everytown. Every anti-gun group opposes it, but Everytown really pushed on this. And the reason why they're pushing on this bill to get it defeated is because the whole idea of these merchant codes came from Everytown. When I got the leaks a couple years ago, it had Everytown's fingerprints all over it. There was emails to Everytown to senators who then contacted Discover, Mastercard, Visa, and all these credit card companies to try to insist to put these on there. Now, if you ask the credit card companies or even the anti-gunners and say, are you going to use these to block purchases of firearms? They will say no. But we shouldn't trust them because I can't think of another reason why that they would do this besides to block firearms in the future when they have the political capital to do that. Right now, I don't think they have the political capital to do that. But in a few years, that might change and they might have the political capital to do just that. This is a big deal that this passed out of the House of Representatives. And it also sends a message to the credit card companies and the merchant processing companies saying that we know what you're trying to do and we're aware of it and we're not going to stand for it. So even by it passing out of the House of Representatives, even though it's probably going to die in the Senate, it does send a strong message to the credit card companies and the processors to say, don't do this. We don't like this. Here's the pressure. And we can make your life hell on other things that we can get support for. So if you want to screw with us, we're going to screw with you. So that is another advantage of it passing the House of Representatives. So even though it's going to fail in the Senate, that's not the whole story. The whole story is that this is a good move and it sends a message, a strongly worded letter, but a little bit more strongly worded than a strongly worded letter, because these are the people that are in charge of regulating the whole entire credit card industry, and you don't want to piss off the people that are going ahead and regulating your industry. So that is another advantage. So when you see these things and you think, hey, it's not a big deal because it's going to fail in the Senate, there's usually other reasons why it is a good thing for it to pass in one house, even though it's going to fail in the other house. But let's say it does pass the Senate. Do I think President Trump will sign it? I absolutely believe that President Trump will sign it. So the roadblock is going to be the Senate because the White House is on board, the House of Representatives is on board. It's just the Senate they don't really have. And if you look at every Democrat in the House of Representatives voting against it, then you can see where we have an issue. And plus, right now, Mitch McConnell's kind of laid up, Lindsey Graham died. That takes away a little bit of our voting block as well. So I don't expect this to pass, but hey, stranger things has happened. All right, guys, be sure to check out We the Free. It is a Pro 2A network that you can get all your videos, and they have some really cool shows. Like they got one by Print, Shoot, Repeat that's just phenomenal and really, really funny. And they're really building out their gun news platform. And that's why I'm over there doing videos for those guys now too. So go ahead and check it out. But with that, I am out of here. My name is John Crump, and I'm an investigative journalist that's off the coast of Canada, almost to Alaska now. And thank you so much for watching. I will try to do another video maybe tomorrow or the next day. But yep, I am out of here. Bye-bye.